Hello.
Hello. It's wonderful to have you here doing this interview with us.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about yourself, where you come from, and a little bit about your family as well?
Well, I came here in 1961, August. I can't remember what date it was, but it was 1961. And then I got a job in August after the August holiday. We're working for this steel firm called Morrison. I was there doing a bit of laboring until I started to do some welding. They call it auger bits welding, you know. And then I started that one, and then I leave there, and then I went to Stonington College just for about 6 months. We're learning engineering, and then when I leave there, I uh, I go to Padley's, and they were doing a bit of forging there. You know, I stayed there for a bit, and then when I leave there, I come I come here. I lived there in 1976, and then I came here in 1976.
Okay.
Right. But before then, you have to go back a little bit more. In 1967, I was at Grindstop Road, because I've got a friend that's Molly,
Okay.
that's Mavis, what we met, husband.
Okay.
And Mavis was a good friend of us, yeah, because I used to work with her husband, Molly.
Okay.
Sadly, he died some years ago, you know what I mean? And then after that, when I leave from up there, I took the shop over for not a long, just a short while. And then I came down, I was doing a bit of part-time down at this man, they call him Donkey Man,
Watch out. Okay.
across the road.
What were you doing down at Donkey Man's?
No, yeah, when I was at Padley's, I would do it there in the evenings.
Okay.
Yeah, in the evening when I come from Padley's during the day, I do that in the evening.
All right.
You know what I mean? So I used to cut people here in the evening when I come.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
things
this
like
was
that.
down at Donkey Man's.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah,
You
yeah.
hustle hard, man.
I was around, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
what I did, I do there, and then, as I said, when I leave Donkey Man, that's when I go to Padley's, actually, yeah. And then I leave Padley's and come here.
Okay.
When I started, I didn't get any funding for now because I didn't ask for anything. You know what I mean?
You quite independent.
It was a little bit of money, you know what I mean? But the little bit of money I've got, I was able to get the chair from where I was working at the shop at Grindstop Road. So I bring the chair here.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and what I did, I just do what I can, and do what little fix up you could do at the time, because you know it wasn't a lot of money,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't know if I could have get any money,
Yeah.
but I didn't ask for any, you
But
know.
I think that's typical of Jamaican people, just Caribbean people. You take your hand and turn fashion.
That's right. You don't you want to be independent, and you don't like ask people, and they say, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
And then you didn't know much. You didn't know much about that, you know what I mean. So what happened was we we do things for ourselves, you know what I mean. So when we do things for ourselves,
Yeah.
you go and do it, you know, ask nobody for anything because sometimes you're scared they might say no,
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I started, you
Alright.
know, Wayne, and
Yeah.
I bought my house, take my time, pay for it, and so on. My missus would do a little part-time work at hospital, you know.
Yeah.
So things wasn't easy because things were very cheap,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Go back to the in the 60s when I came here. I remember the first wages was £4.
How much could £4 buy at the time?
You still want more, but you would have to work longer time to get maybe £7 or £8, you know. Maybe working, some people used to work 12 hours,
Wow.
right, in a firm to get about £13 a week. And they have, you know, I mean, work from Monday till Friday.
And at £13 a week, yeah, again.
That's right.
You have a family to feed.
That's right.
That's a lot.
I remember when I was working at Padley's, and I used to do a bit of what you call it, piecework. And the piecework, what I was doing, the first time I get £13. Yeah, £13. And that time I've got actually three of them kids already.
Yeah.
And I remember we get paid in the afternoon. And I was feeling my pocket like that if the envelope still in my pocket to bring it home to get £13.
Oh, exactly.
You
You
know?
have to just check sometimes.
That's right. You know, if it's still there, because you know, £13, that's a lot of money.
And I imagine the hours you have to work for just
That's
to earn
right.
that amount
You
as
know?
well.
So things wasn't very easy, but you know, sometimes you say, oh, it's selfish, but it's not selfish. You want to do things for yourself. And I didn't get anything or claim. I get 1 week money from signing on, and that was only £1.80 a week.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, £1.80, and I get 1 week pay before I start work. And since then, I never stop.
Never again.
I never stop. I keep on going, do my little things, get on with people. Well, as I say, I've got lots of friends. A lot of them passed away now, but a lot still around, you know what I mean? Because I don't like to be selfish, you know. I just like to get on with people and things like that, yeah? Because even some of the guys them what I didn't know before, they see me, we say hello, and then we keep on saying hello, you know?
So was England, you know, your expectations before you come over?
Right, because when I came, because we learned the English language home, it wasn't too bad for us. You know what I mean? Because actually we know what we're coming to is actually work. You know? You could, if we apply sometimes, say you want to go to college, you know, in those days, you have to tell them everything, where you come from, this and that, and whatever it is. And the only thing you could get back from them is we haven't got any placement.
Wow, alright.
Yeah? We couldn't look forward into that because there were nobody around actually say you could stick up for that, you know. So we go for a job, you know, and then they work. You know, it's only lately now you can say, oh, I want that, like you. You're younger now, you say you can go forward for that, and because if not, you can say, I can complain to such and such a people, right? We didn't have the chance of complaining to anyone.
Yeah, for just take up where you can.
That's right. You could go into a place and it says, oh, we don't have blacks here. And what are you going to do? Just
So
go away.
what was that experience like then? So when somebody, because you come from Jamaica where no matter what color you are, you're Jamaican. They're not judge you by your color, but over here, so you're being distinguished.
That's right.
How
But
do you navigate that?
yeah, but then again, when we used to see the white people come in Jamaica, we adore them. We give them things,
Yeah.
right? But it's only for a while when you come here and to see, you know, the people them say them racist or whatever it is. But we as Jamaican, we used to come more because if they say anything, we know what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could say to the Asian or whatever and use it in their way and discriminating, but we used to fight for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, although we don't get nothing out of it, but you protect yourself.
And it's one of those values as well, which brings me on to my next question. What are some of the values that you feel you've brought over from Jamaica over to the UK? One of them is, you know, you're little but you're taller, so even though you're small, you're still strong.
Big.
You take an Anton fashion.
Yeah, that's right.
Know,
It's small but you're big, you know. And we could defend ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, if some guy want to fight, you say you know how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but at the end of the day, when we come here, we wasn't racist against white people because we didn't use to them things. We didn't know anything about them things.
Yeah.
You know, because you come here to work, and as I say, when you see white people come and they want to buy anything from you, sometimes you try to give them the best things.
Yeah.
You know, and because your dad says or your mom says, oh, get that piece of yam, you're going at the yam heap and you pick out the best piece out of it to give them. You know what I mean? If you want a glass of water, right, you wash out the glass so clean, yeah, and then my mom and dad always said, you don't fill the glass till it's running over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what happened in them time.
No.
So we respect everybody when you're dealing with.
Even when you're getting the backlash from people.
Yeah, but you didn't take it for anything, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's only lately sometimes you come to know what races are. You know what I mean? Because you will never have it in your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. So therefore now you didn't think about it.
You just get on.
Get on with what you.
You have to just get on.
That's right. If you go to a firm to look for a job and they say no job, you move on. Yeah, you go somewhere else.
Yeah.
To get a job.
Yeah.
Right. I used to work in, as I say, working at these few places. Yeah. And I used to get on with enough of the people them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get on with them because if they don't mind my business, I don't mind their business. I just work, I do what they tell me to do. You know? And it's happily when I was leaving, they says to me, if you want a job back, you can come back and get a job. But I didn't return. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You wanted to go and do your own thing.
That's right. So therefore now I didn't have much problem really, you know. And it's good. I get on with people until now. I get on with people. You know what I mean? And I love it.
Yeah.
I love doing it. You know, I love talking to you. I love talking to my friends. Yeah. I love talk to everybody. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm able to carry on with what I'm doing, my job. You know, and people like it.
So how many years has Sam's Barbers actually been established? How long have you been going for?
45 years.
45 years. And you're the longest standing Caribbean barber
in Sheffield, actually, yes.
Okay. So
not even the barber himself. Any of the shops. I'm the longest.
Really?
Every shop in Pitsmoor, actually.
Whoa, okay. So
I'm the longest one.
What was it like then at the time? You're the first barber, we kind of set up shop on Spittal Hill, this thriving community, I imagine. What was it like at that time? What was the climate like?
Well, it was good, you know. Time was good. Because people looking forward, because when in them days, things were cheaper, but you could come in here and the shop full.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Christmas time, it's full, right? Although this lad here, when he was young, his dad, he used to be my good friend.
Oh wow.
You know,
Okay.
his dad was used to be my good friend,
Oh,
right? So we used to have good times.
Yeah.
Now you have to be careful sometimes who you're talking to.
Okay. So what's the difference now? You say you have to be careful with who you're talking to. What's changed in between then and now?
But it changes between now. It's different. It's not different people. Well, people come from different places and things like that. Now say everybody different from much. We all made up from the same ground anyway.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
You know, so we can say we bet. I can't say I'm better than you
Mm-hmm.
or better than that person. I've got to say we all same people, but some people take it and discriminate against
Yeah.
each other. I said to a chap one day, if take an Asian kid, a white kid, and say Caribbean or any other nation, and if you put them on floor, they are together, they only play. They don't know what color they are. They don't know what they don't know what the mom name and the dad name,
Yeah.
right? And it only when we've grown up to be envy against each other.
Yeah.
Now it's all money.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody don't respect anyone. They respect money more than respect themselves. Actually,
I hear that.
yeah. So that's where the difficulty came into it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because there's some people not have respect for themselves. They can't have no respect for you.
That is true.
You know,
That is true.
and that's where it comes from. You might come from a decent family, but sometimes you have kids that come from decent family, and you yourself, you start to know how they turn out. Yeah. And you know what they are when they was not going to school. But as soon as they get up, it's that money. They want to drive big car. I want to booze and turn to drugs and turn to selling drugs, taking drugs, sleeping on the streets. Say, where you would have called it where you call people out the street? Where you call them homeless.
Yeah.
Some of them not homeless.
I hear
A lot of them not homeless. They have place to go, but they only want to live like that.
I hear
And
that.
it's sad. When I came here, you never find things like that. No. You know? You don't see nobody hardly during the daytime. We gone to work. Yeah? And no, on weekend, we always looking forward to meet each other and we talk. We go to party. You could go to club and things like that. But
Yeah.
everything is gone. But sometimes I think about it. I'm not sad about it.
Okay.
It's sad for enough of the kids them have nowhere to go.
Oh, yeah.
But through the violence is so bad now, sometimes you don't interested.
But do you think then, if we had more places like, for example, the hubs where we used to have
Yeah,
the
that's
blues
right.
and the places,
Yeah, but blues, not
but not necessarily the blues,
blues,
but
it's a- what,
places of
like-
culture.
that's right. But we did have it,
Yeah.
right? We did have it,
Yeah.
but where did it gone to?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say we didn't have it.
Because we did. And
We
it
did.
was thriving.
That's right.
It was
But where does
thriving.
it gone?
Yeah.
You know, so thank God for what's happened and for me and my family and other people. You know what I mean? Because I'm not only on myself.
Yeah.
You have people around you.
Your family
know.
as well.
So that's right. So you can't live on your own. You can't live with your family alone. You have to try to live with other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how people get to know you.
Yeah. Yeah. But you have to be open as well.
That's
As
right.
we always have been as people. And since your time kind of being in the barbering industry, pioneering the barbering industry in Sheffield, was there anybody or, any young people that you took under your wing that you passed your wisdom and your knowledge to?
One. And he was a nice chap. I trained Mr. T, and sadly he passed away, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was a nice lad. I remember there was a lad came here and he said, No, one before. I leave him here, and because I know some of his family, you know, just from up the road, Mr. Robinson, they call him Robinson, yeah.
Okay.
And I leave the chap, he came from Birmingham, he was a young lad, came from Birmingham. And because I know them, I took him on. They asked me, and I took him on.
Okay.
Sadly, I went to Jamaica, and I leave him here. I didn't know, so that would have, otherwise I would have told him when I'm coming back. You know when I'm coming back, and you know what he did? He break the shop.
What?
And when he break the shop, I get to find out, and when I came back, I says, "Oh, you mean they break the shop?" I said, "Did you call the police?" He said, "No." I said, "Why didn't you call the police?" "Because they board the shop up." Yeah? I says, "What did they took?" He said, "They take money into till." I said, "Oh, you mean they take money into till?" I said, "You leave money into till." But the till what he said they broke is that till, and they never broke.
Okay.
Because if somebody come in your place to take money,
They never broke the till.
yeah, but some of them they take the till and go break it and get. So anyway, he came here the Monday morning and I asked him, "Here's the money where you earn." He said, "No money." I said, "You mean no money?" He said, "They still like." Anyway, I've got a machine on here. So it seems like one of his machine like this one, something wrong with it. So he came in, and when we asked him about it, he get mad. He says, he start to take the machine. I says, "Oh, can you take my machine?" I said, "When I leave you with the machine, they were fine." And you know, me and him catch up in here.
Okay.
Right, we catch up. I called the police. The police came. And I told him what happened. So the police said, "Why didn't you call us when somebody break in?" Yeah? Because the insurance what to do if you call the police or not. The sad thing about it, you know what he did? There was a hammer and a chisel right on that little corner there. Him break the shop from inside.
Whoa.
And say somebody break it. The shop didn't break from outside. So what he did, he take the chisel and break the door thing out. And then the police asked me if I want to take, I said, "No, I won't get anything out of it."
Yeah.
Right, and then he went. I take the next shop in. You were here for a little bit. And even me I go to, where did I go? Anyway, I've been somewhere out Sheffield, yeah? And I leave him here. When I came back for some money, he said, "From I leave here, he don't earn none." Somebody came here and says he come here because he's here and this guy, he's got a lot of people in, a lot of kids and things like that, and he told me nobody goes. Anyway, he left. He went to Crusoe in a white guy shop, and when he went there, he told them, say he was working here, and I think the guy said he knows me and things like that. He gave him a job. So because they owe me some money, I phoned him up. And the guy said he's not there. The guy come back and tell me I phoned him up another day again, and the bloke says to me, says, "Oh, he's gone." He says he came there with one scissors and he was.
I'm so sorry, something stuck in my throat.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. Just grab some water.
Yeah, drink some water.
Jeez, I'm sorry, as you talk something, I'm stuck in my throat. Yeah. Excuse me, sorry about that.
Okay.
Sorry, carry on.
Yeah. So he leaves, and then when I phone the guy, he say left. And he said he had one scissors and he was trying to sell him the scissors.
What?
Right? And they finished up, they deported him. The next one, the last one came here. He said, you're looking for a job. He says, it's from, I forget, from Birmingham or something they come from. So, he said, you're looking for a job. I said, oh yeah, I said, you can work here, but you're going to work for yourself, so I'm not going to pay you. If you come on work and you get money, you get paid. I'm not going to work for you and then pay you. So he said, all right. He says, I said to him, one thing, I need somebody who's honest, because I have some guys who never honest here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want somebody honest. If I can't trust you, I want to trust you that I can leave a key here and go. So the guy said, yes, I'm honest. So I said to him, what about come at the weekend or the next week? He says, no, I started next weekend, next week. Because he's got to have a funeral to go to. I said, it's fine. When he's going through the door, I says to him, you say you're honest, but because of the other guys, you take my number, and I said, because the other guys wasn't honest, I've got to put a little hidden camera in. I didn't put any camera in,
But at least
but I mentioned that. And do you know, when I mentioned that, the guy went, he don't phone me and he don't come. So that means he wasn't honest.
show him intention.
Because if he did have this, come all the way looking for a job, and I've got a job for him. But just because I tell him about the camera, he didn't turn up. He
It's a good
didn't
thing you
turn
tell
up.
him that.
Yeah.
It's
That's
a good
all.
thing you tell him that. This is the last couple of questions. But do you feel then that the barbershop for black men in particular was a place of community? 'Cause
Yeah, it
the
is.
barbershop is more than just
Yeah, it is,
like
because
country.
because sometimes if people want to hear a bit of news,
They
that's
come
where
like-
they come. And they come at the barbershop. So they get some good news, some bad news, but
You get
if-
some news.
that's right, you know, man. Some of them you got to laugh.
Yeah. See, you must smile over here because it must say it's true.
Yeah, some of them you got to laugh. And sometimes some of them now you just you hear it and swallow it
Yeah.
because you just don't want to know. Because sometimes they talk about other people's business and things like that, but you don't want to get involved, so you make them chat till them don't. You know, only one thing: no swearing, no smoking, and no fighting.
I hear that. Respect.
That's right.
Respect.
Yeah.
And with all your wisdom, with all your experiences from mentoring young people to coming from Jamaica to here, what wisdom would you leave with young people coming up? What would you want to pass on to them? What values would you want to pass on to them?
Well, they have the opportunity to do things for themselves. They have college to go. We didn't have it. Yeah? A lot of them can do that for themselves.
Yeah.
But please, come off the street, do something, go college, or look for a job and better yourself. Laying on the street is no good.
Yeah.
Yeah? As for me, I came here early, I was young and giddy myself, you know what I mean? But I didn't make anything else come on top of me,
Yeah.
you know? And that's why I'm here, still here today.